Good morning and welcome to the February Community Breakfast. Happy Valentine's Day. We've got a special treat this morning, but before we get started, I just want to thank those that are on the Planning Committee, representatives from Berry County Courts, CASA, Community Action, Family Support Center, and Great Start Collaborative. Your feedback is important in helping us improve on these sessions. So please make certain that you fill out a feedback form before you leave today. Also, just wanted to point out that, as you can see, Bill records these and we put them out on our YouTube channel. So they're available. If you see something and you want a colleague to see it, you can send them to our YouTube channel. So we're going to have speakers from the Great Start Collaborative, and I wanted to introduce them a little bit. The Great Start Collaborative Coordinator, Leanne Miller-Busen, where's it? Busen, thank you, has been involved in the field of early childhood and family education since 2001. Leanne earned an associate's degree in early childhood education and a bachelor's degree in child development and family studies. Leanne started her career teaching at Head Start and moved into administrative positions at Head Start and a local preschool. She enjoys active community engagement. I'm sure everybody knows Leanne because she's very active in helping all of us. She served as a policy council chairperson for Head Start for the past 3 years, as well as on the Community Action Board. Lifelong resident of Hastings, she now lives on her family farm just outside of Hastings with her husband and 2 sons. Geneva Knapp has worked in the field of education for over 20 years and has a passion for teaching, learning, and advocating for children and families. Since 2022, Geneva has supported Berry County families through her work as the Welcome Baby Family Coach and Family Liaison for the Berry County Great Start Collaborative. Geneva has a bachelor's degree in elementary ed and a master's degree in early childhood education. She taught at Noah's Ark Preschool. I don't know if any of you sent kids there, but my grandkids went there, great place, for many years. And in the recent past, she's worked as a freelance education-based writer and consultant for various educational companies. She loves the work Great Start Collaborative is doing in the community, and they're able to team up with other agencies, businesses, and partners who share the same passion, which I know all of you do as well, of helping children and families thrive in Berry County. Geneva and her husband have 3 children and a puppy. Please join me in welcoming Leanne and Geneva from Great Start Collaborative. Yes.
Hi everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit. So the Great Start Collaborative is funded through MyLead, and that just started December 1st. Before that, we were with the Michigan Department of Education. MyLead is Michigan Learning and Education Advancement Program. So that encompasses things all the way from Great Start and what else? Michigan Works and some camp programs and after school programs. So it's supposed to encompass early learning all the way up into college. So under MyLead is the Office of Great Start, and that's broken into 3 parts. There's Great Start to Quality, and those are the folks that work with preschools and in-home daycares. So they help families find quality care. And they have a rating system, the STAR system. I think that's changing soon, but right now it's the STAR system that families know what quality education means, and they go through and do a quality improvement process with preschools and daycares. Then there's GSRP, and that's located within the Hastings Public Schools in our county. And Community Action houses GSRP development. Then there's us. We're the Great Start Collaborative. So we are parent-focused and community-focused. We are the connection between families and community. And we bring them together and help people advocate for early childhood in our community. So there's a GSC in every county. Some GSCs in Cumberland County, but we are varied.
I got it, thanks.
From Calhoun, but we are associated with Calhoun, but Geneva and I are the only employees who are varied. So every GSC has the same 4 outcomes, and this is where all our work is based around. That children are born healthy, children are healthy, thriving, and developmentally on track from birth through 3rd grade. Children are developmentally ready to succeed at school at the time of school entry. And children are prepared to succeed in 4th grade and beyond by reading proficiently by the end of 3rd grade. So we are tasked with all these big initiatives. We have to meet all of this through work groups. So we break out into these work groups. We have bi-monthly community meetings, and then the folks that attend that break out into work groups. There's Healthy Moms and Babies, Ready to Succeed, Developmentally Ready Readers, Trauma-Informed Group, Home Visiting, the Preschool Advisory, and the Scholarship Committee.
It's also meant for home visiting.
Yeah. So we do these work groups, and then we also home visiting. We'll talk more about that. But all the work we do is surrounded by those 4 outcomes. So we invite the community to come to our collaborative. It meets bi-monthly here at Leeson Sharp. We like to have lots of professionals and parents and make those connections across the community.
We can send this out after our presentation today, and when this gets emailed to you, you'll be able to click through and check all of these things out through all the typical links.
So the rest of the presentation is just talking about what our work groups are working on and initiatives that Geneva and I have been tasked with and came up with.
Okay, so Leanne gave you what the big picture is of GSC and what we're a part of, and now I'm going to kind of lead us into the more nitty-gritty of what we do on a daily basis. One of our big initiatives in the last 2 years has been the Talking is Teaching campaign. You may have seen the bus, you may have seen some things come home, and if you have any littles or grandchildren, or you might have seen our blankets and our totes and all sorts of fun things. And the initiative for this really was to educate families and caregivers that talking to your children, talking to your babies is teaching them. So that could be talking about bedtime, like our blanket, tummy time, music, and we gave out all sorts of resources to, I'd say in the last 2 years, over 600 people have gotten resources from us from this campaign alone. And it was all about showing parents, showing caregivers ways to talk to your kids and sing to your kids and interact with kids, and how that is teaching them, including the littlest of babies. Well, this is Leanne. She is our home visitor as well as our coordinator, so she wears many hats, but I'll let her talk about that.
So we use the Parents as Teachers program. It's a research-based program. It's international. And most of Michigan is a big Parents as Teachers state. So we work with families right in their homes. I currently have 5, I just added 1, so 6 on my caseload. I used to have more.
That's the most we can do.
Yeah, that's the most I can do and still be the coordinator, but until funding changes, that for now, we have 6. But I go in the homes and I work with them on making sure all their needs are met and doing parent education with them, making goals with them, and working on parent-child interactions, making sure that they have food and heat and doctors, and then working on child development with them and what to expect next. If they need a referral early on, we do that. Our referrals come from lots of places, doctor's offices. A lot of times early on, if a child doesn't qualify for early on, they'll hand them over to me to kind of keep an eye on the family and the child and make sure they're staying on track. But yeah, I think it's a really great program, and we are going to seek funding for home visiting in the coming years so we can feel like that is a high impact program that really makes a difference in families' lives. So we would like to get that funded a little bit more.
I will say Leanne didn't say this, but she can see some of these families from birth through 5. So she's with them in their homes every single week. And as you can imagine, these kids become very attached and they love Leanne. So if you ever see a family out there and the kids come running to her, most likely it's somebody that she's been in their home for not just 1 year, but many years. And so our next big initiative is the Welcome Baby program. I'm the family coach for that. And what we were doing in the previous year, it just started last year, but what we were doing is we were getting enrollment forms filled out through Southside Pediatrics for any new families that just had a baby. They would fill out their form, I would contact with them, we would make hopefully 1, 2, 3 visits in their home, bring them materials and also some resources and education. However, after a year of doing that program, we really realized that there is a limit to how much families are wanting somebody to come in their home immediately after having a baby, and we wanted to reach more. So this year, we've been able to partner with PennOC and provide what we would have provided for maybe 16 families in a year and give it to every single baby born at PennOC. So what this includes is, and after the presentation, you can check out some of the things we have. It's also on your table. We have wipes, pumping spray, and washable breast pads. That's been a huge help from Stacy Laverty, who, I never get the acronym right.
Lactation consultant.
Lactation consultant. She helped us pick out some important things that we could give. We do onesies, footy pajamas, sleep sacks, tummy time mat, a parenting book, swaddling blankets, burp cloths, all of those things there, including resources from the community, an excellent, very well thought out book from WIC about breastfeeding, and then also we have Berry County Community Mental Health. We have a lot of different places that include things in that pack. It's valued at about $100 to $150, including the pack itself. We just last week dropped off at PennOC our first wave, which was about 30 packs, and so we'll go every single month. And if you've seen our office in the building, you know that getting deliveries for this initiative is a big challenge for us, including all the other things we're doing. So we're really trying to just make it work the best we can. And I just got an email from them. It went over really great, that the staff is excited. And so hopefully it becomes something we're able to keep up with and do beyond just 2024. And then as the family coalition, I'm the family liaison for Berry County, and all that means is that I'm charged with finding ways to connect with parents in the community, include parents, not just parents, but family. It changed from parent coalition to family coalition in the last year. And so with that, Leanne and I host a lot of events. We're part of Itsy Bitsy at the library. We do pizza in the park in the summer times. We make a lot of community connections and get to know children and families in the community and just see how can we include their voice in the decisions that we make. And part of that is we do a monthly coffee chat for parents, and we just really work with other organizations to try to connect with families that way. So these are just a short list of some of the things that we do. We do family nights at Titan, we do stroll and read, we partner a lot with Pure Cedar Creek. If you know Sarah Siswarda, she's the chair of our GSC. We do all the little free libraries in the community. We co-host literacy nights at all the elementary schools, preschools. We deliver to the daycares in our area. And then we also have family engagement opportunities. Just last week in this room, we hosted our Valentine event, which was arts and crafts for families. Those have been a huge hit. We get about 50 to 60 people coming out. It really is just a space for families to do something alongside their kids, make a big mess, and then get to take everything home and grab a snack on the way out and get some information, handouts, all of that. So yeah, we partner with a lot of community events. We're always looking for new events and how we can help support. If you know of any other events or any other organizations that are charged with supporting families with young children, we are always open for new things. We get emails probably almost weekly on, hey, would you guys like to come to this? So one of our big events that we're going to be a part of is the mental health fair next month. And we do have a handout for that if anyone is unfamiliar with what's going on.
So if you are planning events and need help planning, I'd love to be in committees to help bring an early childhood perspective to things. So if you ever need a hand with that or are wanting a resource about early childhood and how your event might impact families, that's part of my charge as well. Also, I want to bring up, we got this great unexpected grant last year for $58,000 for books. So the books that you see on your table today are some of the books that we purchased. So along with the packs that Janita's handing out, we have to order $58,000 for the books, and we were kind of droning for a minute in our office. But, so we are handing those out at the literacy nights, so, and everywhere we go. So if you have an event and you would like free books at it, just let us know because, or if you need books about a specific topic, those books are specifically for 0 to 5, but we've also earmarked money in a regular funding so that we can buy books up to age 12.
Another thing to add is if you have any littles that you know in your life that attended daycare that could use a sprucing of their library, we love to deliver to those as well. So there's really nothing, like never hesitate to ask us on how we can support because we love to find a way to make sure that we can do that for organizations.
Last week, I handed out about $10,000 worth of books to Bright Beginnings and the Y programs, so they can update their classroom libraries. And then they each got about 12 of these packs to send home, their family engagement packs. And this one's dinosaur, so it comes with a game and then some information inside for families to read how they can work on like, social emotional skills, cognitive skills, fine motor skills with their children. So they would take this home from their daycare and then bring it back and get a new one. So those went to both Bright Beginnings and the Y. And then I just ordered a bunch of books for Head Start as well. So they'll be getting that.
Also the ROAR program.
Oh, and the Reach Out and Read program at the library ordered books. They got a whole new supply of books.
I don't know if anyone's ever been a part of the Reach Out and Read program, but I did it last year, and they definitely needed an influx of new books. I was reading a lot of books from, the 90s that were colored in, so that was very helpful. Oh, wait, you tell.
So another initiative we've been doing with Sarah's Ice Word Ed is going to the school libraries in Hastings and Delaware and pick out the old books and help be a resource for them on getting new books and finding grants for them to get new books. Because some of the books were from the 50s and 60s and were highly inappropriate. So we've spent a few days in libraries pulling out books.
The last thing to just add about that is as you can tell, there's just so many things that we are a part of that we do, and we're super passionate about it. So again, we can't stress enough to, if you know someone who knows someone, reach out to us at any time, and we'll love to find a way to support. You want to talk about it?
Sure. So our biggest event of the year is Very Very, and we do not do this alone. It's a collaboration with lots of agencies. And we have a planning committee. The Rotary gives out bikes, so town as well is instrumental in that. This year we have a bigger budget. We did get an increase in our funding last year, so we put quite a bit more into Very Berries. We're going to have live entertainment. And we have between 600 and 800 depending on the weather the past few years.
We do helmet giveaways.
Yeah, there's helmet giveaways. It's held at Titan Park. Usually the first Saturday in June, but since school's not out yet, we're going to do it on the 8th this year. It's really about providing an opportunity for families to see all the resources in Berry County while having fun. So each booth, there's an activity that the vendors provide, and how they can stay busy and engaged over the summer. So some other things we really want to do was some lead screening initiatives with WIC and having them there. What else?
This year, we're looking into more services for kids. About 10 years ago, my daughter, maybe 8 years ago, went to a Very Very, long before I even knew what GSE was or anything about it. And she was screened at Creekside, and even though she passed her preschool, kindergarten, eye vision, we found out through there that she had seriously needed glasses for several years. So it is an awesome place for community like hair salons, eye doctors, pediatricians, even family practitioners. It's a great place for families who might never come into contact with them to have a free screening, to get information for free and make those connections. So it's a really valuable event. And if you or anyone you know, you think that would be a great booth for you to attend, we would love to have you. And then if you want to click the next one. Is this the next one? Oh, okay, so 2024, we are in the planning stages right now if you want to be a part of it. And that means coming to once a month Zoom meeting, giving your input, having ideas, maybe reaching out to other people. We would love to have you. It's such an important part for our community because it is the largest free event that we offer. We get people from all over, not just Barry, but we try to keep it in Barry. So it's becoming more and more well-known because I think we've done how many years? I think this is 13. So with no end in sight, we're excited to keep going with it. It's a collaborative event. It's a great way to get resources and information to families. And it does help strengthen, like I said, those community partnerships and relationships. And we are there to support the healthy growth and development from birth to 12. So like Leanne said, it's a huge collaborative. It's nothing that we could do alone. We have 40 to 50 vendors, and we work really closely with several of them. And so we just thank them a ton because without them, we couldn't do it. The quote is, "There's no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. And something I think we all agree in Barry County is everybody here in this room and outside, we work with kids, we love kids and families, and we really want to see them thrive in Barry County. So some ways to get involved, join a work group. It's very low commitment. We really just would love to have you pop on our Zoom or come in person and have a lunch with us and just give your input. The thing is even if you can't be somebody that can commit to an entire year, even if you're able to just come to one or two, we really value that and would love to have you. Follow and share our posts through social media. We have a Facebook page, which will be on the next page, but that one is really important because we don't currently have a working website. It's in the works with Calhoun. So our Facebook page is really the place we go to share events, to share information, to share resources and pictures and things like that in our community. So if you know of anybody also who's a parent or a caregiver, could be a grandparent, could be somebody who's a foster parent that has somebody 12 and under, we would love to have them join us for a coffee chat or just reach out and connect with us. So you can sign up also to host a booth at Very Very if you'd like to do that as well. Those are some great ways to get involved. And these are our contacts. We will send this out so that it can go out to everyone here. And Leanne's gonna try to hook up her Facebook so we could show you our page since I couldn't do it through here. On our Facebook page, we like to add videos of our events. We just wanna show you our latest. Hopefully it comes across how much we love doing what we're doing. Instead of just bringing you a flyer of the Great Start, I have on this table flyers of a bunch of different resources. We hand out and show a lot of examples to people about what maybe they wouldn't have access to, like the Imagination Library and the Community Action and our wellness fair that we're a part of, and it's Bitsy and Pure Cedar Creek. So there's so many things going on. And if you have anything that you'd like us to share for you, if you can't make it to something, please see Leanne or me or email us, and we'd love to partner with you in some way and support. Oh, okay. Yes, so at your table, you have a basket full of some books. If you have a little in your life, hopefully you do, could you please pick one out that you think that they would like? We would love for you to take it home. If you see two that you have to have, take two. If you need more, because maybe you have 6 grandchildren, or you have 3 children, or something, and you want to make sure you don't just bring one, ask us. We've got plenty of extras. And then we also have one of these for everyone, which is our thermos. What are these called? Yeah, like a thermal tote. Feel free to take one and let us know if you have any questions, and we would love to chat. Any questions?
You all set? Thank you very much. That was wonderful. Really appreciate that.
Also check out some of the stuff up here when you have a chance, because that's what we're giving away to families.
So please take a look at what's up on the stage. Please fill out your feedback. And you can just leave it on the table, and I'll come around and pick them up. And thank you very much, and Geneva, we appreciate that. It was great.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.